On a previous occasion, Marcus Aurelius expressed upon waking up in the morning the importance of the privilege of being alive, breathing, thinking, enjoying and loving in the light of life. How can we establish a morning routine that is aligned with this deep appreciation for existence? Today, we share an approach based on historical wisdom for setting the tone for a peaceful, meaningful day. Number 1 is about reflecting on the impermanence of life as one of the main foundations of historical philosophy. It is essential to deeply understand and recognize the constant change in the nature of all things. Each morning, before the world begins its hustle and bustle, take a moment to immerse yourself in this truth. Find a quiet place where you can sit without interruptions. Make sure you maintain a relaxed but upright posture, symbolizing the balance between calm and vigilance you seek. Close your eyes and imagine the vastness of the universe, with stars being born and dying, galaxies dancing in the flow of time. While contemplating this cosmic ballet, visualize the Earth as a small point within this immensity. Reflect on the rise and fall of civilizations, the mountains that stand tall and the rivers that carve paths. Dig deeper and consider your own life, which is just a brief blink of an eye in the grand scheme of things. Understand that this visualization is not intended to diminish our importance, but rather to make us appreciate the preciousness and brevity of our existence. Understanding the transience of life serves as a powerful reminder. This makes us value each day and prioritize what really matters over distractions and trivial conflicts. Adopting this morning mindset prepares us to face the day with a deep sense of purpose. This morning ritual is not a fearful confrontation with mortality, but rather a celebration of the present with love and reverence. As Nio stated, life is long if we know how to live it. By anchoring our mornings in this practice, we remember to live each day with meaning and grace. Number 2 is record your thoughts. Writing in a diary, a practice deeply rooted in history, goes beyond simply recording events. It is an intimate conversation with yourself, an act of introspection and self-knowledge. Choose a journal that you like, whether simple or ornate, physical or digital. This will be your sacred space, free from external judgment. Start each morning by writing down the first thoughts that arise, whether they are remnants of dreams, remaining feelings from the previous day or expectations for the day to come. This initial dumping helps to clear the mind, much like sweeping fallen leaves from a patio. Then focus on gratitude. In the vast tapestry of life, it's easy to fixate on what we lack or what we desire, but Stoicism teaches us the value of appreciating the present. Ponder 3 things you're genuinely grateful for, whether it's the comfort of your blanket, the smile of a loved one, or the privilege of waking up to a new day. In addition to gratitude, delve into self-reflection. Ask yourself whether you are living in line with your values, where you acted on impulse rather than reason the day before, and how you can be better in the present. It's not about self-criticism, but about self-awareness and growth. Set an intention for the day through your journal. Write a simple affirmation or commitment based on the historical virtues of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. This will serve as your moral guide, guiding your actions and decisions throughout the day. Remember that your journal is a mirror that reflects your inner world, a tool, a friend, and a mentor, just like Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, which began as his personal journal and helped him understand historical principles and navigate by the complexities of life. Number 3 sets daily intentions, not goals. While goals and intentions direct our path, they do so in fundamentally different ways. Goals are naturally future-oriented and focus on specific results, achievements, and outcomes. They provide us with a goal to achieve. On the other hand, intentions shed light on our journey and are anchored in the present moment, deeply rooted in our values and the person we aspire to be. The historical approach essentially emphasizes the difference between what we can control and what we cannot. Goals are often linked to external results that are sometimes beyond our control. despite our efforts, unforeseen events may arise. Intentions, however, reside firmly in our domain. They are daily affirmations of our personal values, a conscious choice of how we wish to navigate the world, regardless of external circumstances. As you start your morning, after clearing your mind through journal reflection, reflect on the type of day you want to experience. Instead of just focusing on the tasks at hand, ask yourself, who do I want to be today? You can aspire to be patient, embracing each moment as it is, without rushing. You may want to be compassionate, both with yourself and others, understanding that each person is facing their own battles. Or maybe you want to be brave, facing challenges head-on and stepping out of your comfort zone. Record these intentions. They might look something like, today I will listen more than I talk, I will approach conflict with understanding, or I will find moments of tranquility in the midst of chaos. They are not simple tasks to be completed, but reminders of the character you aspire to embody. As wisely and beautifully said, it doesn't matter what you carry, but how you carry it. Intentions are our daily compass in this effort. They guide our reactions, decisions, and behaviors. More than simple aspirations, they become active choices that shape our day. By setting daily intentions, you commit yourself not to results, but to virtues. You don't measure success by what you achieve, but by how you act, respond, and exist in the world. This represents a profound shift in perspective, perfectly aligned with wisdom, ensuring that regardless of the unpredictability of the day, you have a clear vision of your personal journey. Number 4 to consider is accepting discomfort in our modern world. Nowadays, we are so accustomed to comfort that we consider it a norm and a measure of progress. However, the wise men of the past, with their profound wisdom, understood that the incessant search for comfort could be harmful to our personal growth. They advocated the deliberate practice of introducing small discomforts as a way to strengthen our minds, develop resilience, and prepare us for life's inevitable adversities. An ancient philosopher once advised setting aside a few days when we deliberately content ourselves with meager and simple food, wear rudimentary and coarse clothing. He was not suggesting unnecessary suffering, but rather breaking the chains of dependence on external comforts. It reminds us of our inner strength. As you start your day, consider simple ways to introduce voluntary discomfort. For example, taking a cold shower to awaken your senses not only promotes physical alertness, but also symbolizes a purification, washing away inertia and reaffirming your ability to endure and thrive. You can also choose not to drink your first cup of coffee, remembering that your desire and motivation come from within, not from external stimuli. Additionally, take a few minutes to meditate on past challenges, recognizing the strength you demonstrated and the growth that resulted from them. Or choose to walk or bike to work instead of driving, allowing yourself to be present in your environment and accepting physical exertion as a testament to your body's capabilities. There is a dual purpose here. First, these daily acts of discomfort serve as training for the mind and spirit, just as an athlete trains the body. By regularly stepping out of our comfort zone in small ways, we prepare ourselves to face larger, unforeseen challenges in life. Second, these experiences give us perspective. By occasionally giving up certain comforts, we learn to value them more when we have them and understand that they are not the pillars of our happiness or satisfaction. Embracing discomfort is not self-punishment, it is empowerment, a way to access a deep reserve of strength, abandon unnecessary dependencies, and embrace a historic sense of freedom that comes from recognizing that true fulfillment is independent of external circumstances. Number 5 is practicing total concentration and meditation. Although Stoicism and mindfulness may have distinct cultural origins, the former rooted in ancient Greece and the latter in Eastern traditions, they converge harmoniously in their focus on the pursuit of a centered, purposeful life. The Stoics were deeply in tune with the present moment, believing that much human suffering arises from attachment to the past or anxiety about the future. As Epictetus wisely stated, men are disturbed not by things, but by the opinions they have about them, highlighting the importance of our perceptions and the power of the present. So start your morning with a space dedicated to total concentration or meditation. This does not necessarily involve adopting the lotus posture or chanting mantras unless that resonates with you. It's about grounding yourself in the here and now. Find a quiet place and assume a comfortable position. Close your eyes and direct your attention inward. Start by simply observing your breathing, noticing the movement of your chest or the sensation of air moving in and out of your nostrils. Your steady breathing serves as an anchor for the present moment. When your mind wanders, as it often does, gently bring your attention back to your breath without judgment. Once you have established this connection, expand your awareness to the sensations in your body. Feel the weight of your body against the chair or the floor. Notice the temperature of the room and the feeling of the fabric against your skin. Recognize these sensations without attaching a narrative to them, they simply are. Then gently transition into observing your thoughts and emotions, visualizing them like leaves floating down a stream or clouds moving across the sky. The key here is detachment. You are the observer, not the participant. This practice aligns perfectly with the historical emphasis on distinguishing between external events and our judgments about them. Finally, dedicate the final moments of your meditation to reflecting on a historical teaching or quote. For example, you might contemplate the words of Marcus Aurelius, "The change of the universe is the action of life. Life is what our thoughts make of it." Let this wisdom permeate you, guiding your actions and reactions throughout the day. Incorporating total concentration and meditation into your morning routine goes beyond being a calming ritual. It is a historical exercise in recognizing and appreciating the present, distinguishing between external events and internal responses, and cultivating a mental fortitude of equanimity in the face of life's uncertainties. Number 6 highlights the importance of remembering historical teachings, which contain profound wisdom. They are not simple words to be read and forgotten, but rather seeds of wisdom that need our constant attention to blossom within us and be reflected in our daily actions. Rather than simply reading these works as we would any other book, we should approach them with reference and intention. One suggested approach is to allow randomness to guide us, either by randomly selecting an excerpt from a historical text or by using a book of daily meditations dedicated to these teachings. This will often lead us to wisdom that seems strangely relevant to our current circumstances or the day ahead. After choosing an excerpt, we must take a moment to truly connect with it, reading it carefully and allowing each word and feeling to resonate deeply with us. We must assimilate the essence of the teaching, visualize its message and reflect on its implications in relation to our lives and universal truths. During this period of contemplation, we may be inspired to record our reflections in a journal. Writing is not just putting words on paper, but a meditative act of translating the wisdom of the ancients into our own personal doctrine. Stoicism is, above all, a philosophy of action, so the true fulfillment of this morning ritual lies in its practical application. If the teaching of the day talks about the transience of life, we should let it inspire us to appreciate each moment. If it touches on the insignificance of external opinions, we must use it as a shield against unjustified criticism or praise. Each historical teaching is, at its core, a call to action, a stimulus to infuse our day with virtue and wisdom. If we are fortunate enough to share this historic journey with friends or a community, we should consider discussing these teachings with them, participating in these dialogues, sharing on personal platforms, and hearing varying interpretations. This can enrich our understanding and create a sense of community growth. In short, revisiting historical teachings every morning is not just a reading exercise, but rather a daily renewal of the commitment to live with conscience, intention, and virtue. As historians remind us, the true essence of learning lies not just in understanding, but in embodying and living wisdom. The number 7 represents Fati love, which is like a historical tapestry of wisdom. It's a profound principle, but at the same time incredibly simple. Fati love invites us to embrace each moment, event, challenge and victory as if they were valuable gifts, like the very substance of life. It is an invitation to not just accept, but embrace every circumstance that life presents to us, whether joy or suffering, success or failure. Starting the day practicing Fati love is an act of deep acceptance and gratitude. Before you even get out of bed, take a moment to reflect on the day ahead. Instead of anxiously anticipating challenges or seeking only moments of pleasure, accept the day in its entirety. Tell yourself, I accept this day with all its joys and pains, surprises and challenges. This day is a gift, and I receive it with gratitude. It is important to highlight that this practice does not impede the search for improvements, nor does it mean passive resignation. Rather, it is a call to action centered on values, not external results. It's a way to redirect your mind and heart to what is in your control, your attitudes, choices, and responses. Fati love is not an escape from reality, but rather a warm embrace of reality, regardless of how it manifests. It's a reminder that the present is a gift and every moment is an opportunity for growth, learning and connection. This practice challenges the mindset of resistance or wishing things were different, inviting you to surrender to the flow of life with an open heart and calm mind. By cultivating Fati love, you discover that there are no worthless moments, and that all circumstances can be faced with grace and courage. This makes you resilient and flexible, able to find beauty and meaning in all experiences. It is an invitation to live a life of deep purpose and contentment, regardless of the twists and turns of fate. Ultimately, Fati love is a shining beacon of historical tranquility, guiding you toward a life of acceptance, gratitude, and unconditional love for the present. By embracing this practice, you cultivate mornings rooted in a deep, radiant love for life, guiding you toward a day of authenticity, purpose, and virtue. I hope you enjoyed the content and would like to express my gratitude for you joining us on this journey through historic morning practices. They offer a path to aligning your mornings with deep wisdom and purpose. Remember that Stoicism does not seek perfection, but rather self-knowledge and self-discovery. If you found value in this content and want to continue exploring historical philosophy, I invite you to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Your subscription helps support the spread of historical philosophy and allows us to continue sharing transformative practices. May these historic morning practices enrich your mornings, guide your days, and ultimately transform your life. Remember that each new dawn is an opportunity to embrace life with gratitude, courage, and love. Thank you and see you in the next video.